I'm Susie Cannon. Welcome to our Hope 2020 conference. So sit back and relax, and we'll get started soon.
I'm Porter, and I'm glad you're here. I know that some of y'all are watching from YouTube right now. If you are, make sure you're also checking out on the Facebook page. That's where all of the Q&A and the raffles and the giveaways are all going to be happening. So, well, I guess that's it. Hey, let's get this thing started. See you in a bit.
All right, I've got my friend Andy Matthews on the line. Andy, it is great to see you again. I wish we were in person, but man, I cannot believe here we are at Hope Conference this weekend, and we are, what a year it has been. But thanks for joining us, and thanks again for Acaria for sponsoring this weekend. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Well, thanks for being here, Jonathan. And I think, like you, all of you, this is my first, not my first virtual event, but definitely, unfortunately, I've done a few now, but it's my first national, definitely Hope virtual event, and it'll all get better. I definitely have faith. We're not going to stay in the virtual world forever in the hemophilia business. That's for sure. I hope. I don't think you agree.
I do agree. And, you know, one thing, I was just reading an article, I guess it was yesterday, about somebody that was saying that, you know, we need personal contact. We need to be able to see each other's expressions and to feel, you know, the emotions in the room when we're talking. And that's the thing I do miss about being in person, is that you just don't get all the, you know, all the body language and all the little things that you pick up on when you're in the room together. But you know, I am thankful that we have technology like this, so we can still have some contact, but I'm ready to get out of the 2D and move back into the 4D, or whatever you call that, world. So, but this is a good Band-Aid, good fix for the moment. So, but man, we've got so much going on this weekend, and I just wanted to take maybe a few minutes for people who might not know you and know your background, is just to talk a little bit about You're affected with a bleeding disorder yourself personally, and also you work for a specialty pharmacy that helps people with bleeding disorders. Is that right?
Absolutely. I work for Specialty Therapeutic Care. We're based in Houston, Texas. We have been in business a long time. I personally am one of the very rare few that have been in one field forever. I graduated Stephen F. Austin back in 1989, the end of it. And in 1991, I went to work for a major home care company. And I literally in college called the guy that sent me my factory. I said, man, I would really like to do this. I like sales. I like marketing. I definitely like helping people, helping patients with hemophilia. And he just told me to get a degree, and I did, and still took me a while, but eventually I got a job, and I've been doing it ever since. And I really have a passion. And if I could give a plug for young people, find a passion that you like and stick with it. And before long, you'll be an expert at it. And if you're an expert at any field, you'll do well at it. You just have to stick with it long enough.
Yeah, that's good. Well, and you're also, you've been fortunate. You, of course, been around for a while. I don't know if you want to, disclose your age, but you're down the road a little bit with this hemophilia thing, and you've seen your share of ups and downs, and of course, all the different changes in treatment over the years. But you've been fortunate too to not have to have so many bleeds and joint damage. And I think some of that, I know I've heard you say it before at least, that some of that's because you're so active and you're a big physical fitness proponent.
Well, Jonathan, I believe in a sense of humor, and I'll give you a little sense of humor. I'm only 27 years old, but I was born on February 6, 1966. So, dude, you might have to
not very good at math either, huh?
You might have to get your calculator out. I won't tell you how old you are. You just have to pencil it a little bit. But I am very fortunate. I've severe factor VIII severe. The only reason I don't have any more, I mainly have a bad ankle, a couple other bad joints, but mostly my ankle. And the only reason I don't have tons of bad joints is because we had a hematologist that had enough smarts to know, very simple, just like today, what's the key to hemophilia is get the factor in you as quick as possible. We do that now with what's called prophylaxis, but back then we didn't do prophylaxis. So he said, well, if you could get cryoprecipitate, which is basically like plasma, in your home, which is, you had to be in a deep freezer, you'd probably turn out okay and learn how to self-infuse at home. And I was one of the, if you meet any 50-plus-year-old hemophiliacs like myself, hardly any of them were able to do that. The reason they have such bad joints, if they didn't have an inhibitor, which they usually didn't, it's just because they had to spend hours at waiting rooms in hospitals. So I'm very fortunate. But yes, I do like to do a lot of physical fitness. I used to work out a lot. Now I'm getting older. I have kids. What I try to do is incorporate a workout in everything I do. From if my ankle's feeling good, fast walking through Home Depot, trying to take the stairs if I can do it. So I would definitely, everybody, I like to mountain biking is probably my thing, but I don't go to the gym as much. I try to do a lot of homemade stuff on a daily basis to stay fit and keep my weight down and so forth. And that is the key to hemophilia.
That's good. Well, I know that there's a lot of guys out there in different, and gals that are watching this that are in different, affected in different ways, or maybe they have a friend or family member that's affected. But, I think a lot of people don't understand how difficult that is to live as long as we have, and yet still not have terrible joint damage. And it gives me a lot of hope, though, for the future, because medication's only gotten better. At-home use is commonplace now. There is so many advancements, and I think that as a result of that, it takes somebody to be really consistent and diligent And so you've done that. You've been a great example of that, and you're far ahead of the curve, of course, for your generation, but also for really the folks coming up now, giving a lot of hope that even if they have a diagnosis like this, it is possible to live a full and healthy lifestyle with treatment and with access to medications.
Absolutely. If I had a kid with hemophilia, which I don't, I have two boys, obviously, they can't have hemophilia. But if I did, I would let them do most of the things my boys do. Maybe not run cross country, but maybe golf or, there's other things, physical things that kids today with a bleeding disorder can do and live very normal life. I live a very normal life myself.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I think is critical is, again, that access to medication aspect of it. And I know that later on this weekend, you're going to be really doing a deep dive on health insurance. We all have to live with that. The issue is that it takes two things, I think, right, to manage your hemophilia well, and that is having access to the medication, and then your own personal consistency and your discipline to treat and care for yourself. But I do believe that without those two things, life can be still very difficult. You look at some of the places like in third world countries around the world who don't have access to medication, and it is a very difficult life living with severe hemophilia. In some ways, a very shortened life expectancy for that. But as long as you have access to care, that's important. But a lot of people still struggle with maintaining their insurance. Wouldn't you say that's a difficult thing for us in this country?
Absolutely. So please tune in to our session. Y'all will be sending links out exactly when it will be. I'm going to dive in, and I'm not saying I'm the greatest expert on insurance, but I do spend a lot of time at it. And I have a passion about helping guys, find insurance or gals, finding ways to potentially pay for their insurance. I will say one good thing and I'll talk more about it in there. With hemophilia, there's a little bit of a golden spot that a lot of patients have that other disease states that take your pick of worst diseases, and most of them don't sing the praises of some of the individual policies that you can buy today. But a lot of times people with hemophilia, it works beautifully, better than the average person that does not have hemophilia. So just that'll be a little caveat to give you, but it'll be a gift that's given to all of us potentially, that is a good thing. You have to look for the gems sometimes in all of this.
Yeah. Well, I know you're really great at being able to help people find unique solutions to really unique problems in their health insurance process. So I'm excited to be a part of that and to really join the conversation in getting into the weeds. I know some of the things you're going to be addressing is things like the accumulator issue, copay assistance, premium assistance, third-party exclusions, some of the challenges with overcoming PBM mandates. So I believe that people are really going to get a lot out of this. This is not just your surface level, health insurance for beginners 101 type session. This is going to be a deep dive that we're going to get into the weeds of some of the things that are challenges we're facing now. But I know, Andy, one of the things you and I had talked about before is that you're going to address some of the things that are really kind of coming down the pike, that we've got some really big changes that could be potential. And of course, we can't speak to all the changes that are happening, but we can talk about some of the challenges that we see and some of the challenges that we could be facing and what people need to be thinking about in terms of making adjustments to prepare for those challenges.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, tune in. I'm a big believer in, I used to always ask why everything. Why does something work this way? Why do they do this? Well, many times people in the bleeding disorder don't really ask the why. They just accept it. Well, if you understand the why behind it, at some point down the line, it will really help you understand the whole big picture. And that's what we'll get into a little bit. I think we'll get into some of the stuff that they talk about or don't talk about at some of the national meetings. And I don't think you'll find it boring at all. So please tune in, because once you deal with hemophilia, you can stop your bleeds, control your bleeds, get on a regimen that works. Think about it. The only other thing left is managing how you're going to pay for it. And today in this world, we pay for it through insurance of some sort. So that's what we'll talk about, which is the hottest topic of anybody has today.
Yeah, very true. Well, thank you so much again for sponsoring this weekend. A lot of people may not know this, but especially Therapeutic Care was one of the very first corporate sponsors we ever had as an organization. You saw the vision of what we were trying to do super early on. And I just want to say a big thank you, not just for supporting us in this time, but man, thank you for supporting us through the years, because it's really been, we've been able to help so many people. One of the things I love so much about you and your company as a whole is you guys truly have a heart for helping people practically, whether it's through insurance or being able to help meet their questions when they arise. And you go above and beyond, I think, in terms of helping service people in ways that really is just not the norm. So thank you so much for all you do for the community, for us, for everybody's lives that are made better because you're there. We really do.
Well, I think everybody just does need a little hope. I love that that's in your name, because that's, at the end of the day, what most people, need is some positive hope.
That's right. So true. All right, Andy, it's great to see you, and we'll see you at your session in just a while.
Okay.
All right, bye now.
Hi, I am Rita Wintermoyer, your local Novo Nordisk Hemophilia Community Liaison. I cover West Virginia, Western Pennsylvania, and Western New York. My favorite things to do are fishing, crocheting, and sitting on the back porch in the summer watching the birds, especially the hummers. I love the hemophilia community for its commitment to each other and the family bond that is nurtured from the first moment you enter. I have been a part of this community for 23 years, and some of my best friendships have formed as a result. As your hemophilia community liaison, I am here to provide you with any educational resources that you may need in regards to rare bleeding disorders. I look forward to seeing you and hope we can get together soon. Have a great day.
All right, I've got my friend Wes Michael here from Rare Patient Voice, and it is so good to see you, Wes. Thanks for joining us for Hope Conference.
Yeah, no, terrific to be here. Rather be there in person, but this is the next best thing.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm thankful for technology today that allows us to do these kinds of things. Hey, look, I know I see you guys at every event that we go to throughout the year, and I know that of course, I know what you guys do, and you're doing some really great things leading into research and giving people the ability to really share their feedback so that it contributes to progress, I think, in our community. And so, but I wanted to just give you a few minutes to share what you're doing and really what you guys are trying to accomplish.
Very good. Yeah. So I started the company 7 years ago because I saw, I'm a market researcher. I've been in the market research field working with these pharma and biotech and these companies. And more I could see that patients wanted to have their voice heard and companies needed it. It used to be they went to physicians, and that's very important, but they're not the ones taking the drugs. They're not the ones taking the factor. That's just one step in the process. So people finally getting smart. And I said, I think there needs to be a better way to give people that opportunity. So we started by going to events. And the very first event I went to was the NHF, as you can imagine. And we've done a lot of work in the hemophilia space. We actually work in we looked at lately, 490 some disease areas now. So bleeding disorders is kind of our first love, if you will, but it's beyond that. And a lot of folks have other conditions too. So that, I hate to say this, I don't like it when people have more than one condition, but they might as well take advantage and can do that. But we provide people the opportunity to take part in surveys, interviews, any kind of research. It's not any blood being drawn, it's just people's opinions. It's on the phone, it's on a webcam type thing, might be an online survey, and people get rewarded for it. They get $100 per hour of their time, which, believe me, is nothing for the pharma industry. We feel like we're like redistributing some of the wealth there. And But most importantly, people say they see descriptions of new drugs being developed, for example, because they need people's input. What do they like? What don't they like? How to word it? How should their website be configured? How should brochures, how should things be worded? Or what's people's life like? What's a day-to-day situation? Because they need to know that to figure out, not just for drugs, but for services and programs. You know, what about the sibling who doesn't have it? What can we do to help the family with that person? You know, all sorts. It's amazing. It's all over the map. So we simply, it's really simple now. We give people the opportunity to take part in various things like that. They get rewarded for it. We pay by check. We like to do that because people said, I can't pay my rent with a gift card or that kind of thing. It's like, hey, good old fashioned check. There's nothing wrong with that. People can use it for money for whatever they want.
Yeah.
And we're really proud that since we've started this, we've given patients and caregivers $5.3 million for taking part. It adds up, you know, $100 here and $50 there, but for taking part in surveys. So we're always eager to find folks that are interested. It's totally, I probably should have let off this. It's totally confidential. We don't share any name. Our clients don't see anything. Everybody has this long letter and number ID code. And that's how people are identified, because nobody has any right. You know, everybody knows how confidential this needs to be. Yeah. And that's our whole reputation. It has to be built on that first. But that's our, in a nutshell, that's kind of what we do.
Well, that's great. We've known a lot of people that have done surveys with you guys, and actually, you know, you've always really honored and respected people's privacy, and we really appreciate that. I know that that's something that's a big deal for a lot of people, but we also hear a lot of good feedback too, that people really do enjoy giving their opinion and giving their story and being able to do that. And so we appreciate that. And in some ways, our what's near and dear to our heart is financial assistance and helping people through those crisis times. And, you know, we do kind of that kind of thing. We see this as an opportunity to be able to help more people in the same way that you are too. So I do appreciate the work that you do, and really grateful that you guys are able to help people be able to share their voice.
Well, it's terrific. I really love it because it's like a win for everybody. The patients tell us they love it. They love to share their opinions, and they get rewarded. Our clients love it because the more they talk with patients, the more they want to talk, because they realize how important that is. And then our folks are so good. The patients are so good. They respond so quickly. Somebody has a study, people respond within a few days. And so I think they're used to waiting months to try to find people. They can find them right away. So it's not delaying any of their products coming out. And then we like it as well, because we get to meet all these folks, and it really works out. So it's really a win-win-win. And I just love it.
Well, thanks so much for joining us and being a part of this conference this weekend. I know that it's always better when we are physically in the same room, but
right.
It's at least a good way to still connect this way. And we appreciate you guys and your support for this event.
Well, we love your group, and good luck with the virtual event. And I'll just encourage folks, I know you'll have things there, but go to rarepatientvoice.com, and you'll see any question you want is there, answered, or email or call us. We have all that there, and sign up, and we'll love to have, we always love to have new voices being represented.
Yeah, and if you're watching right now, take a look in the comments. We'll be sure to make certain that the link is also provided to you in the comment section as well. And feel free to reach out and ask any questions anytime. But Wes, thanks so much for all you do, and we'll look forward to seeing you again, hopefully in person in a few months.
I think next year will be the year. We'll be back out there. So thank you, Jonathan, and good luck to you and your group.
All right, we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, bye.
We're going to take a moment to listen to these messages from our sponsors, and we will be back shortly.
Which one is it gonna be, Anthony? The cartoon with the fish or the polar bears?
We always watch those, Grandma.
They're all good movies.
So what's the good news?
There's about 8 million results.
Is that all? Where do we start?
How about this? Let me run through what the nurse talked about today and what we should expect when we go in tomorrow. And we can deal with all the pamphlets and these links tomorrow.
Perfect.
Anthony didn't seem nervous at all. He was so chill.
That's great.
I turned to him and said, I'm so proud of you.
That's great.
You know, if this is hemophilia, first thing we want to know is how the insurance works.
Right, and that's with the social worker. But with the doctor, I don't want to forget to ask about treatment choices and factors.
Factor?
Right, factor. The medicine we Googled last night.
Come on, Dad. Go.
Hello, Amy, Hector. I know that while we've been waiting for the blood work to return, we've been operating under this assumption. And today, the blood work has confirmed it. Anthony has hemophilia A with factor VIII level of less than 1%.
That's considered severe.
Correct. Now, this means you and Anthony will initially need to come in for treatment. You'll learn about
insurance.
What about factor?
Correct. I'm sure you have many questions on many topics. We'll get through it all. We will educate you both, and in time, Anthony, on how and when to take his factor, how much to take, where it comes from, how it operates inside his body, and how it will help keep him healthy. It sounds like a lot, but Nurse Jess and I and the whole team here at the HTC will be here to guide you through. We treat around 100 patients just like Anthony, and whose parents have been in your shoes before. You will become experts on this, I assure you, and sooner than you may think.
Step 1, familiarize yourself with these pamphlets. We have your next appointment down for Thursday when we'll take step 2 together. Okay?
This is big. This is going to be a big change.
Is this real?
Yeah, but we'll figure it out.
Welcome to the Grifols plant, everyone. Right this way. Grifols is respected in the hemophilia community for our storied history of being problem solvers and innovators. We pride ourselves in identifying challenges within the community and working to solve them. Today is a great example of that commitment. We needed to teach community members about our plasma products, but the usual pamphlets and PowerPoints just aren't cutting it anymore. So we took some of our engineering prowess and put it towards a special experience crafted just for families like you. This is our new virtual reality experience. What if you could see where your factor comes from? We wanted to bring you, the community members, directly into our plasma process. We've offered free tour of the plant for years, bringing a handful of patients through whenever possible. But instead of bringing patients to the plant, a virtual reality tour now allows us to bring the plant to patients all over the country. How do I look?
Futuristic.
Thanks to the magic of virtual reality, we can take you through each step of the process, led by our in-house quality control expert, Dr. Jones. Are you ready to meet Dr. Jones?
Absolutely.
Welcome to Grifols.
Hi, Dr. Jones.
We require a pristine plant environment. From the Plasma Donation Center to the plant, rigorous safeguards are in effect at every step in the process to help ensure our plasma products can be taken with confidence. In fact, 5 of our essential steps to safety take place at the point of plasma donation at our plasma donation centers. Now, are you ready for the tour? Deliveries of donated plasma arrive via refrigerated trucks, transported at -20 degrees Celsius or colder.
It looks cold.
We then thaw the plasma to begin the process of centrifugation. In the Viral Control Center, the plasma is run through several processes to separate out the factor VIII protein. The protein is then run through ultrafiltration, concentrating it from around 120 kilos down to 40 kilos. After factor VIII purification, the factor VIII protein moves into its final stage of the process, what we refer to as aseptic filling. Aseptic filling refers to the process of putting a sterilized substance into a sterilized container, like a vial. The custom technology we use was invented right here at Grifols. We even use a special airflow system to help ensure the process is clean and safe before we lyophilize or freeze dry and vacuum seal the vials of what we now can call factor. We believe this attention to detail in creating and bringing you factor VIII treatment may mean you, your child, those you care about can get back to a more normal way of life.
I'm sure you have plenty of questions. You should.
My advice is to write them out before your appointments at HCC. It's important to seek clarity and be your own advocate when it comes to your health care.
Thank you. You've given us a lot to think about.
Yeah, very cool. It's still processing it all.
Me too. It's a lot.
In a good way.
Yes, in a good way. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
He's asleep.
Okay, honey, you left your cover. Okay. See you soon.
How are you feeling?
Take a guess.
So what's question number 1? Risks of plasma therapies?
Factor
Factor. I keep saying plasma.
and best practices.
For long-term care.
I think more than anything, I wonder what Anthony's life is gonna be like. The next 5 years or 10 years or 30 years.
Well, that's another good question for Dr. K. What's wrong?
I can't.
What do you mean?
I can't go in. I can't do it.
What's wrong?
What's the point? What's the point of going in there? We can't fix this.
Where's this coming from? We have a diagnosis, finally.
Yeah, but there's no solution. At least not an easy one. I just feel so guilty.
Hey, all parents face challenges. All of them. Remember the night we found out you were the one that told me how to be strong for Anthony?
Really?
Yeah, don't you remember?
What did I say?
You said it was good to be honest about your feelings, good or bad, but to be strong. And then you made me start reading. Everything. Every pamphlet, every Google search result.
Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Do your homework and ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, I get it though. It all feels very real right now. Like, as soon as we go in and start planning with Dr. K, it all becomes official.
Exactly. And it's the start of a long journey. I just really want to get this right, you know? I want to get it right for Anthony.
You want some advice?
Maybe.
It's good to be honest about your feelings. Good or bad. But be strong.
I came up with that.
And just do your homework.
And ask a lot of questions. Whoever came up with that is very smart. And a good parent.
The best. Right?
Now, how have the last few days been?
Well, in all honesty, I felt panic. There's so much to read and so much to know.
Yes, things can be very overwhelming early on.
But the more I learn about this, the better I feel. I just want my Anthony to be able to lead a comfortable life.
Amy, nowadays, with the products that are available to treat hemophilia,
Hi, my name's Heather Barton. I'm your local hemophilia community liaison from Novo Nordisk, and I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. So excited to be joining the hemophilia community. So impressed with what a tight-knit family you all are. And just wanted to let you know that I'm here as a resource for educational materials surrounding rare bleeding disorders, and really can't wait to meet you in person soon. Take care and be well.
My name is Nikita, and I'm from Tennessee, and I have the pleasure of serving patients in Arkansas, Louisiana, and Tennessee, supporting the Southeast region. A Sanofi Genzyme Core Manager is a person that has the opportunity to go out into the community. We partner with the local chapters, we provide education, but most importantly, we have the pleasure of listening to the community. It is my role to be that resource to you and your family on all aspects of our company. When my children were diagnosed with hemophilia, the community was right there for me to let me know that I was going to make it through. And this is my way of saying thank you, being that resource to the next family that comes along.
Because allergies shouldn't get in the way of a good time. Because a heart attack should never stop the heart of a family. Because hemophilia shouldn't keep someone from doing what's in their blood. At Bayer, everything we do, from advances in health to innovations in agriculture, is to help every life we touch. At Bayer, this is why we science.
Hi, I'm Sarah Richmond. I'm your local Novo Nordisk Hemophilia Community Liaison. I cover the New England territory, which includes from Rhode Island up to Maine and over to Albany, New York. My favorite hobbies are cycling and running with my dog Cooper. And my favorite thing about the rare bleeding disorder community is just the passion and commitment everyone has not only for each other, but also to raise awareness. As your HCL, I'm here to provide you any educational resources that you need in regards to rare bleeding disorders. I look forward to connecting and learning more about you. Thanks.
Hi, we're CVS Specialty, and you've come to the right place for specialty medication and one-on-one support. We want to help make living with your specialty condition a little easier. Let's start with getting your medication. Most specialty pharmacies only offer delivery, but with us, you have options. We can provide convenient, contactless home delivery of your medication. But if you prefer to pick it up, we can have it available for you at any CVS pharmacy location. The choice is yours. We also know that taking a specialty medication, particularly if you're new to treatment, can come with questions. So we make sure you have access to a nurse and pharmacist specially trained in conditions like yours. Together, they're known as your CVS Specialty Care Team, and you can rely on them for trusted information. Send your care team a secure message on our website or mobile app. They can help with questions about your medication order status, billing, or even side effects. For even more convenience, use our digital tools to manage your medication. You can refill prescriptions, monitor order status, make payments, and much more anytime online. These are just some of the ways we can help you manage your specialty condition. We're CVS Specialty, and we'll be here when you need us because you are our specialty.
Hi, I'm Stacy Hilburn. I'm your local Novo Nordisk Community Liaison. I cover Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico, and I live in Dallas, Texas. My favorite thing about the rare bleeding disorders community is that it's like a close-knit family. As an HCL, I'm here to support you with your rare bleeding disorders educational resources. I look forward to connecting with you and learning more about you.
For more than 50 years, scientists have been investigating and evolving gene therapy, an approach that aims to address a genetic disease, such as hemophilia, at its source, the gene. Genetic diseases can be caused by gene mutations, meaning the body does not have the instructions it needs to create the right proteins. Research is exploring whether a new functional gene can be delivered into a cell to provide instructions to make a desired protein, such as factor VIII or IX in the case of hemophilia. Together, let's explore the science behind this investigational approach with our 3D vector model. In gene therapy research, we need a way to get the functional gene into the body. A transporter, called a vector, is used. Vectors are made from modified viruses. You may associate viruses with things that make you sick, but the most commonly used virus for hemophilia gene therapy research, the adeno-associated virus, or AAV, was chosen because it is not known to cause human disease. A virus is transformed into a vector by removing the viral genetic information. Now the modified viral-based shell can serve as a delivery vehicle. In a laboratory, the new functional gene is created. It contains the instructions for the cell to make a necessary protein, such as factor VIII or IX. Once created, the new functional gene is placed inside the shell. Together, they become a vector. In hemophilia gene therapy research, the vector is delivered to the body by IV infusion into the blood. The goal is to deliver the new functional gene to the liver cells called hepatocytes. Each viral vector has its own attraction, or tropism, to a certain cell type. In hemophilia, for example, AAV is attracted to the liver's cells. Once the vector reaches the liver, the new functional gene can enter a cell's nucleus or command center, where it sits next to the existing DNA. If transferred successfully, the new gene instructs the liver cells to make the necessary protein. In the case of hemophilia, the gene enables the production of clotting proteins. Safety and efficacy have not been established. Studies of investigational gene therapy are ongoing, and participants continue to be followed. To learn more about gene therapy research for hemophilia, visit hemophiliaforward.com or talk with your healthcare team.
Hi, I'm Samuel, and I'm from Long Beach, California.
Hi, I'm Steve, and I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Hi, my name is Leo Tellez, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hi, I'm Kalechi Arunga, and I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland.
Hi, I'm Ed, and I'm from Grafton, Massachusetts.
Hi, my name is Vinay, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Howdy, folks. It's Paul from Austin, Texas.
Hi, I'm Ellen, and I'm from Conshohocken, Pennsylvania.
Hey, I'm Michael from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, I'm Brian from Orlando, Florida.
Hi, I'm Miles, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, my name is Lenore, and I'm from Mahwah, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Craig Watkins in Kansas City.
Hi, I'm Nora, and I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, my name is Orson, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
I'm Patrick, and I'm from Libertyville, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I'm from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Hi, I'm Jeremy from Denton, Texas.
Kedrion Biopharma produces and distributes plasma-derived products to treat rare diseases such as hemophilia and primary immunodeficiencies. Plasma comes from people, donors, who contribute their precious gift so others, people they most often never know, can live better lives. We act as a bridge between donors and patients by turning plasma into life-saving therapies to serve patients all over the world. Kedrion is headquartered in Italy, with subsidiaries in Europe, the US, Latin America, and Asia. We own manufacturing plants in Italy, Hungary, and the US, and through KedPlasma, we operate state-of-the-art plasma collection centers in the United States and Hungary. Kedrion is the world's 5th player and Italy's first in the field of plasma-derived products. In Italy, we partner the national health system in its self-sufficiency program. At a global level, we distribute in approximately 100 countries, and we are market leaders for specialty treatments, including those used to prevent Rh sensitization. Kedrion started as a small family company, strongly connected to the communities where its people live and work. For us, social responsibility has always been a matter of being a good neighbor. Over the years, while expanding worldwide, we have maintained our role of bridging communities from the local to the global level. Innovation means contributing to improve the quality of life of people affected by rare diseases. Every day, we cooperate with patient and donor organizations, supporting projects that make a difference. We invest in scientific research and disease awareness. We work to broaden access to plasma therapies globally. Every day, we strive to keep life flowing.
Hello, my name is Stephen Lawrence. I take care of patients in Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina.
Hi, my name is Robin Lawrence, and I take care of patients in Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina.
Hi, my name is Debbie Costales. I'm in New Mexico and El Paso.
I'm Ed. I'm a nurse that's worked with hemophilia patients for over 24 years. I cover Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, and Iowa, and the rest of the Midwest.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Ashmore. I live in Chastine, Maine. My territory covers all 6 states in New England. I love working with families, especially kids and teens, to teach transition tools for hemophilia life skills, as well as tips and tricks for how to successfully stick to infusions.
Hi, I'm Vanessa, and I service patients in Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. Go Chiefs!
Hi, I'm Karen Price from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm a specialty infusion nurse helping patients in Missouri and Illinois.
Hi, I'm Judy Bagato. I'm a former treatment center nurse, and I now work with Superior Biologics as an infusion nurse.
Hi, I'm Craig McDonald from Colorado. I've been covering the Midwest for about 20 years in the bleeding disorder community.
Hi, my name's Abdiel Ramirez, and I work for Superior Biologics here in the state of Texas. If you only know how to speak Spanish, I'm also here to help.
I'm Phil Fitzpatrick, an infusion nurse with Superior Biologics.
Because allergies shouldn't get in the way of a good time. Because a heart attack should never stop the heart of a family. Because hemophilia shouldn't keep someone from doing what's in their blood. At Bayer, everything we do, from advances in health to innovations in agriculture, is to help every life we touch. At Bayer, This is why we science.
We would like to say thank you to our sponsors for partnering for our Hope 2020 conference.
Hey everybody, just interrupting real quick here. Make sure you go onto the website, click on the sponsor links. We've got some great information there, but also you can win some door prizes. So make sure you're getting over there. See you in a bit. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We'll see you back this evening.